Cincinnati Bengals new defensive coordinator Al Golden hints at a massive move coming in free agency. Welcome back to the Bengals Digest channel. I'm Carson Lokey. Hopefully you guys are having an amazing day as I am. And obviously, last season, the main struggle of the Cincinnati Bengals was the defense. And we have completely overhauled the defense of coaching staff. And most importantly, being new defensive coordinator Al Golden. And his main job, obviously, coming is to revamp the defense, get them ready for the 2025 season and beyond, and improve the defense. And that means releasing some players that needed to be released, and not as much as some Bengal fans have hoped, bringing in some players to improve the defense. And recently, Al Golden has hinted at the fact of maybe bringing in a new guy in the position group that I've been very vocal about bringing in, and let's jump right into it. Al Golden, obviously, new defensive coordinator. I don't like this. Let's go here. Defensive coordinator Al Golden has mentioned, and we're going to go dive deep into the report about the possibility of bringing in a safety in free agency to help that group of players. Al Golden, this is the report where it's coming from. Al Golden addresses possibility of Bengals signing safety in free agency. New Bengals defensive coordinator Al Golden should, of course, bring a new mentality to a defense that severely lacked physicality last season. And while much of that unit remains intact, free agent acquisition TJ Slaton has been a welcome addition to the defense so far, according to Golden. Slaton has much pressure on his shoulders with being one of the few free agent additions the Bengals made on defense this offseason, but he may not have to shoulder that burden for much longer. Golden made an interesting statement Wednesday afternoon when asked if the team could pursue a veteran safety via free agency. So to clarify, obviously the really only guy we've brought in free agency has been TJ Slaton, who will start for the Cincinnati Bengals defense this season. And I'm very excited for it. He's definitely taken on a leadership role from what I've seen from minicamp and that kind of stuff, which I'm excited to see. But the Bengals shouldn't be done. And they, like this said, just to clarify, the quote we're going to next is a specific question asking about signing a veteran safety in free agency. This is what he had to say. We have a great personnel department. We relied on them heavily for the 3 picks that we had on defense. We hit on all of them, Golden said. I feel like they did it way better than we do it in terms of the marriage between needs and things that are open right now. And then also looking at it if from the standpoint of a cap. So if there's opportunities to make our team better, I know they're going to do that. Golden went on to emphasize how the personnel department's added depth to the linebacker room during his previous stint with the team as their linebacker coach from 2020 and 2021. So he's saying he has a lot of respect and knows that the personnel department, if he has a need that he wants or if he has a concern on the team, they will do whatever necessary to make sure that they improve that team. And he went on to talk about how they brought in some linebackers when he was their linebacker coach to help improve the team. And those linebackers weren't starting linebackers on the team, but they helped in the special teams department, and even late in the season helped in the playoffs. And that was when we made it to the road to Super Bowl. And that's what we are trying to get back to, obviously. But he says the personnel department, he has a lot of trust and faith in them that if I make a concern known, they will do whatever is right to make sure the things that we need are things that we have. But then we continue. Time will tell if the Bengals make a move to add depth at the safety where outside of starters Geno Stone and Jordan Battle, they have only had special teams ace Tyson Anderson and former 7th-round pick Dejon Anthony, which that room does need improvement, let's be honest. I'm not saying that all those guys are bad, but we need some veteran depth outside of Geno Stone to help kind of build up these younger guys. There are some intriguing safety options on the market, including Julian Blackmon, Justin Simmons, who we've talked about, and Jordan Whitehead. So those are the 3 we're going to talk about in just a little bit after I kind of go back to Al Golden. I've made it very vocal. I think the safety group is definitely a group we should be focusing on. I really expected us to get Xavier Watts in the draft with the Al Golden relationship from Notre Dame. Unfortunately, didn't happen, even though we had 2 opportunities to get him. But those 3 options are still very good options for the Cincinnati Bengals to go after right now, and they should be going after it right now. I even did a video earlier a few days ago about Jair Alexander, I would bring in a safety and a quarterback. I think both secondary groups need help depth-wise and veteran presence-wise. But those three players are the three players that I'm going to focus on. The rest of the video, first two players, one player we haven't talked about, Jalen Blackman, safety for the Indianapolis Colts. Been 5-year veteran. Last season had 86 tackles, 62 solo, half sack, 3 interceptions, 4 passes deflected. Overall, 69.3 PFF grade overall. Pass grade 69.4, run grade 55.1, and coverage 73.5. That would be an incredible move for the Cincinnati Bengals to do. He would add a significant amount of improvement to the safety room, and I think he would be a very key, pivotal piece to the safety room if we were to add him to the Cincinnati Bengals, which we should be considering. Then a guy we've talked about multiple times, Justin Simmons, 9-year vet who said he wants to go to a team that is making a playoff run because he's never been in the playoffs. The Bengals are that. We should be making the playoffs every single year. We haven't made it the past 2 years, but we should be making it every year. And adding Justin Simmons would be a great addition to boosting our chances of going to the playoffs, again, which we should be doing. Last season, 62 total, 36 solo, 2 interceptions, 7 passes deflected, overall grade of 59.9, pass rush grade of 56.7, run grade 53.8, and coverage 60.8. Once again, I've talked about him multiple times. He would be a great addition, veteran presence in the safety room. Any of these guys I would be happy with going to get. And then after I do all three, I'll say who I want the most. But last but not least, another guy we haven't talked about, Jordan Whitehead, 7-year vet. Mainly he's been with the Buccaneers, had 2 years with the Jets, but last season was with the Buccaneers. 79 total tackles, 49 solo, 3 passes deflected. Overall PFF grade-wise a 58. Pass rush 47.9. Run defensive grade 70.3. I mean, we need help in our run defense. And coverage 53.5. I think any of these three, Julian, Justin, or Jordan, how funny they're all J names, would be a significant improvement for the secondary room. I think once again we need that veteran presence, just to help the younger guys kind of get their footing into NFL. But they also have the talent to help the Bengals as well. The guy I would be interested in the most to go get would probably be Julian Blackman. He's not that old. He's 5 years in the league. He has experience. He's still doing it at a high level. 86 total, 62 solo, getting sacks or half a sack, 3 interceptions, 4 passes deflected. He's all over the ball, and that's what the Al Golden defensive scheme is made for, is ball hawks that go after the ball. So I think adding Julian to the secondary or the safety room, to be more specific, would be massive for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I think Al Golden knows that we need somebody else in that room. And I think him hinting at that is pretty significant of kind of telling the personnel department, like, hey, we need to go get a safety. And I bet you they've had those conversations before. So look out in the near future for a safety to be picked up by the Cincinnati Bengals. Obviously, if it doesn't happen, it's the Cincinnati Bengals, so don't be too surprised. But also don't be surprised if the Bengals do start going after safeties, including the 3 names that I just said. I think any of the 3 names that I just said I would be happy with adding to the safety room, but I think I would be most excited about Julian. And then once again, adding to the cornerback room with Jair Alexander, what I think is a must for the Cincinnati Bengals, and I don't know why we haven't done it yet. But thank you so much for watching this Bengals Digest video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers, and I know we can get there in no time. Don't forget to like this video. Comment down below what you feel about Al Golden's statements and what you think we should do with the secondary. And once again, don't forget to subscribe. We're trying to build that Houday Nation, the Jungle Nation, Bengal Nation. If you love the Bengals as much as me and Isaac, my co-host, we're going to be talking about the Cincinnati Bengals daily. So subscribe to the Bengals Digest channel. Turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. But thank you so much for watching this video for the Bengals Digest channel. I'm Carson Lokey. Have an amazing day, and God bless.